Well, we're back. Round two.
Yes, sir.
So before we get ourselves too carried away, what I want to do is you sent me a video. It's only about a minute and a half, minute and 40 seconds. So we're going to share this video with our viewers. And this is one of the owners.
This is the mom, I think, Karen.
Karen? Okay. All right. Let's get her going. Yeah, as people are just coming back real quick, make sure I have all of this right. Oops. No, that's not it. So I go here. I go here. Back it up.
More fun facts. Today is all about ostrich eggs. One ostrich egg weighs an average of 3 to 4 pounds per egg. It's the same as 100 chicken eggs in an ostrich egg worth of antibodies. That's incredible. Imagine how many antibodies are in this one egg. These antibodies have been naturally brought here this year, no injections, nothing. Naturally brought here by the ducks, and they were really good to bring H5N1. And so our birds are carrying H5N1 antibodies. The hen in 4 weeks produces antibodies, and she puts those in her eggs so that the offspring will carry them. These animals are crazily, amazingly, they've lived on the earth for millions of years, and a lot of that is because it's all because of these beautiful eggs and what they hold. But what do they hold? They hold an absolute cure, a natural cure for H5N1. It's a treatment. We could take antibodies out of this egg and put it in a nasal spray because H5N1 is aromatic. And we could actually create a treatment that is natural. So if you get sick and you go to the hospital and you could possibly die, guess what? You could have a shot of natural antibodies. Wouldn't that be amazing? With a nasal spray, not a needle, a nasal spray. Wouldn't that be amazing? So these are all in quarantine right now. They're stuck in a barn. They're not allowed out until we can get them through the courts out to be able to help people. So that's another reason we're fighting, is to be able to use these amazing antibodies to help people, help animals, to help the world. That's what this is all about, you guys. Saving these amazing, beautiful, healthy, happy animals and saving the science behind it. More tomorrow. Bye.
So, yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry, folks, but that's just how it is. Yeah, sorry about that. All right, so we're back. Interesting video.
Yeah,
Now, that's the mom, right?
that's the mom.
So what she is doing is she's commenting on obviously what we had from the earlier guest talking about the antibodies within the ostrich egg. And this is where some of the, I'm going to call it conspiracy theory, because those who are not supporting suggest that those who are opposing the culling of this, or the killing of these birds, are saying it's conspiracy.
That's right.
So what was told to us in the previous interview was that inside each of the eggs, and it was confirmed by the mom, are these, I'll call it second generation, it's not proteins, but antibodies that take care of a number of different diseases. And this is where the conspiracy theory comes, is that why would you want to get rid of the eggs or the antibodies that are being developed that are going to help mankind? And doesn't the answer just come down to Big Pharma?
It cuts into Big Pharma's profits.
So it's not making a lot of sense in going through with this process if their scientists, their researcher, the person who's funding the whole exercise is finding all of these antibodies that are supposed to be good for us. Now, you've been chirping to me since I met you about how the body is a natural healing machine.
That's right.
Sometimes need a little help, but natural evolution of the body to fight bad things is kind of the science behind it.
God created our bodies perfectly. We can heal anything that's thrown at us if we put natural stuff back into it. We don't need these chemicals and stuff to hide or what do they call it? Hide the symptoms.
Which we're finding out with the Tylenol, with all the other stuff that's coming out, is the science behind it is actually fairly simple.
Mm-hmm.
So we're suggesting that when you go to question why this particular activity is occurring, the birds that were sick died.
Mm-hmm.
The other birds haven't been tested, but they weren't identified as sick. That was the one thing that's been clear.
And they're not allowed to test the birds either, or they get I think it's $20,000 or $50,000 fine per bird that they get tested. So
even the farm can't test them. Is that correct?
no, they're not allowed to test their own birds. They're not allowed to bring in a third-party outfit to test their own birds, because if they find, in which they will, find the test that these birds are clean and healthy, then that stops this whole culling order.
Well, I mean, let's add some salt to the wound. But the testing they did was 9 months ago. The birds that were sick have passed, along with a few others. The other birds don't seem to be, they weren't sick before. They're surviving okay. And those are the ones they're going to put down without testing them to see if they're sick.
Exactly.
And that's the part where if you're just checking us out, you're just wondering what the heck's going on. The problem is they're not prepared. You can't force them. You can't ask them. You can't demand them. There's no court listening to have the healthy birds tested before they're just put to death.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that kind of what's taking place? Is people are now objecting that these poor animals are just going to be put down without any reason.
That's exactly the point.
So if you're wondering exactly why we're fighting and getting anxious and upset about, it's not even us.
If they can kill the animals like this, think about that. It's right on the Canada.ca website. The definition of an animal is a mammal.
And a mammal
It
is
covers everything on Earth, right down to the bees. They even put bees in there specifically. Mammal is humans are animals. We're animals. So we're next.
and I guess
All of a sudden there's a flu in us. Okay.
Mhm.
They're doing the same thing with the birds. If they need to, what did they call it?
call
No, not calling. They called it a different thing when they want to kill. If one bird's got the flu or the bug or the virus, they kill them all.
You look up that
I mentioned it a few times here this morning.
But folks, here's the part you have to be aware of is that if we're going to be conspiracy theorists, that's one thing. But the reality is it doesn't make sense.
Stamping out.
It doesn't make sense. You have somebody whose farm, whose economic life living is invested in the birds. 9 months ago, there was an issue. Obviously, natural living and dying occurred. They got rid of the birds. The rest of the birds are alive and healthy or appear to be healthy. It would be reasonable to request a test. And that's not being accepted. And that is a problem. You guys need to take a look at who's pushing forward. And I just thought I'd share this with you. This is the group that's pushing for it. Now, you're welcome to give them a call with the numbers that are posted here. First off, one of them is an Ottawa number, which why Ottawa is making decisions again on British Columbia or any province is silliness. But they're the ones who are pushing with this unlimited budget to destroy a single farm. Could you imagine if they did that to a beef farm here in Alberta?
They have spent so much money on this farm that it's ridiculous. They're bringing police in from everywhere because all the police in Kelowna would be there if there's 100 police officers there.
But you even go to the court case, and I'll bet you somewhere in the judge's response of not even listening to the Ostrich Farm's defense, is for the greater public good. Look, I don't want to speak poorly or down, but we're just running into this too often. He who said against the greater public good should go jump in the lake and be held accountable. Criminally, civilly, it's just wrong.
These people need to be held accountable. And we go back to other episodes where I've mentioned the judges in Canada all have false oaths. Anything they say, can say, do, or insinuate is de facto. It means nothing
But
when it comes down to
but
the proper laws.
even more to the what we're finding out, and this is why it's such a big deal, and you need to spread the word. The reality is this: if you were raised a certain way where you believed in the judicial system, like I was, this does not make sense. Okay, it has come out that lying in court is acceptable. We found that out. It's part of business in the courts. But for a judge to ignore the defense, the documentation of the defense, there's a fiduciary responsibility for the judge to hear everything. And if the lawyer for the defense didn't do it right, or they didn't cross a T or dot an I, should matter not a whit. They have a responsibility to actually examine the documents before they make a decision.
Let me read something right from Canada.ca. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, is responsible for implementing the stamping out process for disease control in animals in Canada. Now remember, we are considered animals.
Yeah, I'm not liking that part, but go on.
Okay. A strategy that involves depopulating infected or exposed animals to contain and eradicate disease outbreaks such as highly pathogenic avian influenza. So you get avian influenza in one animal, person, man or woman in Edmonton,
Does that mean they call all of Edmonton?
everybody.
Like,
This is in their books.
how insane is that? But that's not what we meant.
That's not what we meant.
What, so,
What about the vaccine? Let's go back to the, I'm
just a second. If you're going to go back to the vaccine, let me pull up the document that they forced me to sign that I wasn't going to sue them or hold them accountable.
yeah, there you go. See? Exactly.
If it's legit, they wouldn't have me sign the document, would they?
Exactly.
And this is the problem, is that if you're part of the, let's just call it the system, we're not trying to be mean to you. We're really not. But we have enough examples recently of why we don't trust you. So if you tell us the sky is blue outside, we're going to take a look.
That's right.
And when you come up with this against the greater public good, I pay attention to it, because if taking me out is for the greater public good, I get it. But to protect who? It's not the public. It seems like they're protecting, what's this agency called?
CFIA.
That's what it seems to be. You're protecting their mandate to do things that just don't make sense.
If they were seriously concerned about a disease or outbreak, then police officers wouldn't be down there standing in their civvies or their uniforms.
8 cars?
If they were scared, well, there's more than that. There's
Yeah,
18.
just this morning, there was 8 cars out,
Okay.
but there's only 15 people who were holding the line watching. They weren't interfering, just watching the process, if you will.
Mhm.
That seems like overkill. And then our guest this morning spoke about the drones that were on flying overnight.
Mhm.
Again, who's this? Canadian Food
Inspection agency?
Inspection Agency? You're going to fly drones?
I think the police were flying the drones.
RCMP, you're going to fly drones and scare the ostriches into killing themselves? Like,
Maybe they're doing some kind of test run. Maybe they're going to plan on culling with the drones. Who knows?
but I'm telling you that you want to know why we don't trust? As part of the governmental process, there are certain standards and reports that you guys go through. And obviously, you guys did not go through the process of drones would scare the birds. And the repercussion of the drone scaring the birds is the birds get injured,
Which is against the law,
which again is against the,
Canada-wide.
so where's the apology? Where's the check? Where's the contribution to the humane
Where are
society?
the other police coming in to arrest the police officers that were responsible for hurting them birds? That's criminal code 444 through 447. Period.
But I have to be accountable.
Well, we have to be accountable.
It would
for
make
sure.
sense that they would have to be accountable. And for the judges who are watching, no offense, but it's your responsibility this is happening in the first place. So you should be held accountable. There's no reason why you wouldn't be against the greater public good. Seriously. Folks, this is very bothersome, but we're going to come up with some, sorry, we should give you the sidelines. We do this from the bottom of the hour to the top, the video broadcast. When we're finished at the top of the hour, we go to our audio stream. So we do continue the conversation to a point. And then when we get to the bottom of the hour again, we bring back this new stream. And part of it is because technology being used by, it appears that there is a mechanism being utilized on the internet that prevents Facebook from having a clean feed.
Mhm.
So we reset, we keep going back so that our feed is decent. Okay. So we really need to get this feed.
Where else are we available right now?
Right now, you could, we've got Facebook,
Rumble,
I don't even remember all the different sites.
X.
X is going on, a couple of different Facebook sites actually, but we have it saved on a different platform as well. Primarily, we're trying to stay focused just on hhgradio.com for you to watch it. It has less hiccups. It has less interference. And we're actually recording these as well. So if you're not getting it at this minute, we will post them later at the end of our broadcast day. So you can share those out as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the big push right now, share, get people following. Ooh, we have our guest coming back.
Okay.
You know what? I have to see if I can add Pat. Oh, we have to wait for him to get all set up. Okay, but we'll get back to that. Pat, add your mic and camera, and then we can add you to the stream. But we're doing this. Spread the word, guys. Go out, tell all of your connections just to pay attention, because for us, if we can get enough people to do one little thing before, let's say, 3:00 this afternoon, it's a lot of broadcasts. That's a lot of us coming back, but we're going to have people do one thing before we wrap up today.
What's that?
I'm not saying,
Oh, come on. Spit it out.
but we will have fun and we'll make some noise out of it. So spread the word. Pat, are you ready? I think he is. Let's try this. Oh, he's not back yet.
He says there's a lot of action.
Oh, there's a lot of action.
He's trying to log in.
Okay, well, we'll wait for Pat to come back. But as soon as we have Pat, he says there's action going on the site. And maybe this is what they didn't want. If you're looking for what's taking place, spread the word, because if it's what I think's happening, you want people to witness this firsthand. And sadly, this is what it's going to take, is we're going to have to get people involved. This is what this media was designed to do.
That's right.
Don't know what to tell you, folks.
Share the truth.
All of the social media that's out there has limits and gags, and you can be deplatformed and all kinds of different things. And ultimately, our government, for however you want to look at them, they have the power to really make a mess with us. If there's something going on, we will not leave at the top of the hour.
The reason I'm looking down at my phone and stuff like that is because we can't afford to hire a large staff, or any staff really, to help us with.
Here's
getting
Pat. We'll come back.
Getting it remote.
Looks like you're having fun out there. What's going on? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
We can.
Oh, just one sec. I gotta. Just one sec.
There's a lot of people
Get my
streaming down
earbuds
there.
on
So.
here. Just one sec.
All right. Well, while Pat's getting himself sorted out, we've got to get this out to people because when we have a call to action, we got to get people moving. Pat will let us know when he's ready. One of the things that you can do is we do have the comments. If you open up the screen full size, you can actually participate in the conversation with Pat if there are questions that you have.
Mhm.
All right. Are you ready? Not yet.
He's not having very much luck with bandwidth.
Okay. I just have to warn you guys. My battery power is going low.
Okay,
Uh,
maybe we'll have to bring him in next round.
oh, Pat's kind of faded out. Let him know, would you?
Yeah.
Maybe we can. No, we'll have to leave it at that for right now. But there's the problem: is that there we go. Let's see if this works. Okay.
Just to give you guys a heads up, we have something happening here, and my battery power is dying. So to make this fast.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Speak and then go get your phone charged, my friend, for the next one.
Okay. I'll try to contact you in the next hour or so.
Okay, but what's going on?
There's a big semi truck coming in with Hales Bay. That's going to be their attempt to bring the ostriches into a kill zone. We've heard that they're going to bring in gas trucks and gas them, but that's just rumor right now. So right now we're kind of waiting to see what happens. They don't tell us anything, so they just do it.
So let's try and get as many people as you can with phones charged up, because we're going to need this stuff live when they start doing this operation. Please, Pat.
We have got just about everybody with their phones out. Our biggest problem is keeping the phones charged up. But yeah, there are a lot of eyes on this, and there should be some live feeds. They're blogs actually from a few people. But yeah, there will be live feeds, and when it happens, there will be information being put out there. So.
All right, Pat, charge up the phone, man. We're looking to tell the story.
He's gone.
All right. Well, that's not really the best news I've ever seen.
That's not good at all. I mean, in fact, how are they going to get them birds into a tractor trailer without the help of the owners? The owners are the only ones the birds trust. This is going to be a shit show.
Folks, see, the problem is that
Wait till they start doing that with the other animals.
but this is where the public needs to be concerned. You have right now an opportunity to get the public involved and aware of what's taking place simply by sharing. It's not even sharing. Text your friend group, send out your bulk email, let people know that we're covering this at least the best we can with information being provided. But as a group, we've got to come together. If not on this, when? That's really the bottom line. It's an animal, and
Share.
yeah,
We need this to get to everybody. When you share with one person, they may share with 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever. Just share it out. Doesn't matter if you think that it's not going to be important. It's important. It's all important because they're killing the animals. Remember what I said about animals.
and a big piece of this is that it's not just one. If it was just an isolated one-off, that's fine. But didn't they do that with chickens not that long ago?
What is it? The bird flu. They got the swine flu. They did it with the pigs. Bovine spongiform encephalitis, BSE. They did it with the cows. We're next. If this doesn't stop people,
Folks, we've got to make this,
my God.
we
We
got
need
to
you to
make
wake
this
up.
loud. And
Let's
and-
get on it. Get on your computers.
and-
Get it out there.
and-
Stop
and
scrolling
use-
and spread and start spreading.
and use the comments, because we only know so much. If you have information, put it in the comments. Let us see what the evidence is. Let's share it with others.
Send us links. We can post it.
Because if you post it in the comments, it's really easy for us to add it to the show.
Mhm.
But the part you guys have to understand is that it doesn't make sense for the greater public good. They went through the process, the legal process that costs a fortune to get to the end, to get a judge to say something, and the judge wouldn't even listen to their information. It's the judge's responsibility. I don't care what the Bar Association has to say. I don't care what Trudeau had to say in appointing the judge. None of that. A judge's responsibility is to look at all the evidence. If somebody missed a T or didn't missed a dot and an I and didn't cross a T, that doesn't change the responsibility of the judge. And I would like that opportunity when I go before a judge to be able to present my information. And this doesn't happen. This is a legal process. This is a big pharma issue. This is and anybody who's wondering if we're trying to stir the pot, we don't trust the bureaucrats, the judges, the police.
The judge's main oath is to the bar, British Accredited Registry, and the bar says kill those birds. The judge says kill those birds.
And the answer is no. It's if you can't tell me the bird is sick because you haven't tested in 9 months, then you can't kill them without breaking the law. And if you have some subtle little change in the law that's been hidden on some bill that nobody's ever heard of or paid for attention before, it still says in the criminal code, what were the numbers?
444 through 447.
You're not allowed to hurt an animal. So do you not see a problem here, folks? We've got to get people out. So right now we've got 90 viewers who are on. And with that announcement that was just made by Pat,
Yeah, tractor trailer just came in.
the tractor trailer coming in, and they're expecting gas trucks to poison all these birds.
Which is just rumor, supposedly. But where would the rumor come from?
But they can't get to the Supreme Court to get it to stop. The push for this agency is to make it all happen before it can go to the next level of courts.
Mhm.
Houston, there's a significant problem. I don't know what to tell you, folks. You got a few minutes. Hopefully, we can get some more guests lined up who are on site. Obviously, they were running into their own bandwidth issues.
I'm going to jump out and get to my email. I'm going to send as many emails out as I can.
Okay, so folks, it's 9 o'clock. We will be back at 9:30 rebroadcasting. Pass the word, get people to pay attention. And we've got to do something together. Let's come together right now. Pass the word. We've got a couple minutes left in this particular broadcast, but it's serious enough that you guys should care. And we'd love to see you double and triple these numbers, because when the announcement comes in, it's going to be fast and we don't have time. If you're still waiting for information that may or may not come in, go over to the audio feed that's coming through hhgradio.com. And we're there live while we're on air here as well. But obviously video is video and audio is audio. There's two different channels. But yeah, and if you have more comments, when we come back, throw them in the comment thing. We'll add them to our show. Anyways, for right now, we're out of here and we'll talk to you soon.